listening to Cookout Podcast, episode 365. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to take our very first step in the Grand March of the Machine. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole bunch is going down. We're back for our first show recorded in the month of April, except for the last show that we did in the month of April, but that was April Fool's Day, so it didn't count.
Oh.
We have some new social media stuff to talk about. We have a new giveaway we're really excited to get the details out to the people in the nation. We have a ton of new cards and reprinted cards that we're excited about to get into. But before we get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, their source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And I have got on pre-order.
Uh-oh.
I got on pre-order March of the Machine singles for our Facebook auctions. Every Thursday on our Facebook page, it'll be on the screen. Thanks, Joe. Used CCO Slam promo code, saved 5% off my whole order.
You pre-ordered singles?
I always pre-order singles.
You?
I don't get the big spendy ones. The big spendy ones, don't get those ones. I get like the medium spendy ones that go in like lots of decks. You know, like some of the ones that are going to be new staples, or if there's like a really cool land treatment that I know people would like to see an altar of, that kind of stuff. The point is when I do that, I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
So I use CCO Slam promo code and I spend less money.
You mean to tell me that you took an expense that you were going to incur in any event, regardless of your capability to save money?
Yes.
And then saved money?
Yes.
Wow.
Very important that I save money these days.
Money is important these days, especially when it comes to doing things like getting onto an airplane and going to a Magic the Gathering event, right?
Look at you go.
In Minneapolis.
There it is.
Yep, there are things that people have told me exist in the city of Minneapolis that I may or may not get to see.
Oh.
That I am interested to at least look at from the air when we land in the airplane.
Yes.
They have a giant mall, which I'm interested to look at from far away, not so much go to unless it's right near where we are, which probably is not.
You're steering farther away from what we should be talking about with regards to Minneapolis.
Well, we're going to get there, though. We're going to get there. There's also no Dave & Buster's, which is good for Ryan because it means I will be less distracted.
Yep.
There's a very high possibility that there are street tacos available somewhere in Minneapolis. I will sniff them out.
We'll find them.
And we will go with the members of the nation who are attending the thing, specifically the ones that will be at CCO Experience Minneapolis.
Wow.
See, I got
Look at you go. Yeah, we are going to be there, you and I, FU Smitty, a bunch of the members of the nation, Thursday through Monday, though Monday's kind of a write-off because we're beating it.
Yeah.
And
we're going to be beat.
We're going to be beat, yeah. Yeah, don't Google that. We are going to be there 4 days, let's say, playing games with the nation, cracking booster packs, playing open flippy.drinky. I've got some packs curated for the guests of the CCO house already as part of like our thank you for being there. They're all Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. That's how you get in. And this is our best way that we know how to thank them because it is time spent with us at the event and we treat them to packs and all of the fun stuff that we do at the house. Sometimes it's just visiting. Sometimes I try to do trivia because I love trivia, especially Magic trivia. It doesn't always work out.
Sometimes we're just talking shit and drinking beer. And sometimes you go up front and there's a little cat and you try to like lure the cat so you can pet the cat and the cat doesn't come.
Nope.
Yep, that was from Vegas last year.
Yes. Yeah, the point is we're going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. We've got our badges. We've got our plane tickets. We've got the house. We've got the booster pack. I got the booster pack. Uncle Brando's going to provide some booster packs from the stinky sock drawer. And it's going to be a fantastic time. So if you're going to be there and you're not part of the CCO house, come find us any of the days at the convention. We will be there.
They will be easy to spot. We usually wear brightly colored t-shirts. At least I do.
They look like this, but in different colors, and you would know what they look like
if you were watching on YouTube, because this should be, because Joe works really hard to make us look good. Also, I'm shorter than Ryan in real life, so I'm harder to spot because I'm closer to the ground.
Yes, but
that's why I wear brightly colored shirts.
Does look more like a Goblin.
Yes.
Yes.
I goblin the shit. You think I'm slouched over now? You should see me when I'm stealing things at convention floors.
And I'm not slouched. The chair that I sit in is just way lower than Brando's.
Yeah.
So another thing that you'd see if you're watching on YouTube, Brando would yell at you if you're not. And Uncle Brando back solid in, solid out.
Yeah.
Back on the solid food train. Hey?
I am excited. I had my first sugar cookie on Friday. Or Thursday, I guess, because we had a day off on Friday. But I'm back to eating most of my regular food, and I'm excited about it. And thanks to everybody who gave me the well wishes and hope that I feel better. I am, and I thank you for your consideration.
Yeah, well, we've got some well wishes and some thank yous and stuff. We've got to hammer through the podcast business today because there's a lot of stuff to talk about with March or April of the machine.
Yeah.
I made the joke. It's a missed opportunity, I think. Last week's booster pack winner from the booster pack game, Matthew Thompson.
Matt Thomp?
Matt Thomp.
Or Matt Thomp.
Thomp, yeah.
Matt Thomp.
Yeah, he's just got a big brick head like Thwomp from Mario.
Oh, hell yeah. Kind of spiky around the outside, but it doesn't matter because, the rock is pointy. Yeah, but it's also a fucking
Huge
rock falling
rock.
on your head, right? You're still dead. It doesn't matter if you've been impaled because you're dead.
Yeah. Matt Thompson guessed Jin-Gitaxias, and he noodled it out.
Ooh,
noodled. And he also says he plays... because the hints were plays like Zata, it's like a dude, it's a reprinted character, and everybody was like, it's Heliod or it's Jin-Gitaxias. And some people got it. Ooh. And Matt Thompson was one of the ones that got it. So
Meat Thomp.
Tell him how to Meat Thwomp.
Meat Thwomp got it. There we go.
Tell Mr. Meat Thwomp how to win.
Here's how you do it. You send an email to commandercookout@gmail.com. You include your either Meat Thwomp or whatever your actual name is. I don't know. I have no way of checking.
I'll probably put Matthew Thompson on the envelope.
Along with your full mailing address, including postal and or zip codes, that we know where to physically put the thing in the mailbox so it gets to your house. And remember, we're on the honor system here. Don't lie, or you'll blow it for everybody.
Yes, very much so.
And remember to include in said email whether you want a sticker, token, or regular old boring ass magic card pack.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Or if you'd like to donate it to members of the house at CCO Experience Minneapolis. So thanks for playing. Booster pack game, tons of fun. Yesterday's hint was hella fun.
Yes.
We're not going to tell you who it was. Till next week. Podcasting business. You mentioned social medias. We got a couple things that we got to talk about, including new giveaway.
Yeah.
We started a coffee page.
Yes.
Or Ko-Fi, as the guy with the accent who was doing the tutorial on their website called it Ko-Fi. But they give you the option to say, buy Commander Cookout a coffee with the regular word. So I have to assume that it's coffee.com/Commander Cookout. Go there. You can make a one-time donation or set up a monthly donation, and
we're gonna spend it on beer.
You're buying us beer. It's not a coffee. So this is like a little tip thing, and that allows you to support things like the CCO Experience Minneapolis, which is going to be beer.
Yeah.
And this came about because people actually often on Twitter or via email, hey, if I ever see you or if we meet up, if whatever, I'll buy you a beer.
That'd be fun.
And if we never meet up, then you never have an opportunity. So now you have one.
Sure.
And if you sign up for a monthly tier or program, whatever it's called, whatever they call it, it's a monthly tier on Patreon, so that's what I'm going to call it. You get the same access. You get the Discord access through Coffee instead of Patreon. So if Patreon's not your thing for whatever reason, but you want to pledge, now you can.
Okay.
Yeah. And
sure.
I hope that the patron connection works, and if it doesn't, just send us an email or a message or whatever, and we'll figure it out.
We have tech guys for that.
Yeah, mostly it's just me trying to figure it out. Or Lara. It's Lara if it's Discord related.
Yes.
Okay, next piece of biznatch.
Biznatch.
We started an Instagram page. It's going to be for shorts eventually, like the ones that we do on YouTube, the BBO of CCO, and just the fun little altar tutorials. But here's the thing. I want a place online that I can put my entire catalog of painted cards.
Ooh.
And there's a fair dinkin' many of them.
There's a few of them. And I would like them to be on Instagram. So go there, Commander Cookout, search it, follow that account,
because there's going to be stuff there. It's going to be alters. It's going to be shows. It's going to be Brando opening packs.
Maybe some cats.
Maybe there'll be cats. Maybe
Cats
there'll
on
be
Instagram are very popular.
cats opening up packs.
There's that one that plays Cards Against Humanity.
We're getting away from what we're actually talking about. Remember, we got to frickin' go through fast. We got to go fast.
I know all about Instagram. You have to have cats.
We have a giveaway.
Right.
And it's tied to Instagram. It's tied to Twitter. So you follow CCO Brando on Twitter. That's him.
That's me.
CCO Podcast on Twitter. That's me. Or Instagram.com/Commander Cookout. Any of those accounts, new follows are going to win our prize pack from our good friends at Ultimate Guard. We've got a big, it's like a white, and it says Ultra Pro. What am I fucking saying? It's a big white playmat. It says Ultimate Guard on it. Okay? And I would love to sign it and have Uncle Brando goblin doodles all over it,
I will do that.
like the Brando altars that people always ask about.
I will doodle the shit out of that thing.
I want people to get that and then use that as the playmat that they take around at events to get signed and stuff. I would love if somebody in the nation would win that.
That'd be cool.
Included in the giveaway package will be a bag, drawstring bag, that is filled up with packs of 100 card packs of sleeves, and an Ultimate Guard boulder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun.
So that is what you can win. I'm not going to say there's going to be booster packs in there too, but
we can't say that there won't be either.
Your boys at Commander Cookout got some booster packs. Just saying.
You never know.
They might or may not smell like onions.
Yeah.
But
we might poop in the bag. You don't know.
Yeah, call that a booster pack.
Yeah. Poop in a pack. Put the poop pack in there.
Poop in a pack.
Yeah.
Poop in a pack. The PPO, BBO of CCO.
There it is, right?
So that's the giveaway. And again, you win it for retweeting the tweet on Twitter.
Yep. Or following one of us.
Or following the new Instagram page.
Instagramming. There. See, we're good at business.
We got there.
We're great at business. We can talk all about Instagram cats and how important they are to acquiring a following. Now, I don't have a cat and you don't have a cat, but I have a dog. So maybe we can figure a way of getting Urs in on that because it's important.
Can she open packs?
She can do virtually anything as long as I help.
Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. I mentioned the BBO of CCO coming up for March of the Machines.
Oh my God!
If you want to have Brando open your cards, you say, "Well, Ryan, I live in the land of the free. I can't get booster packs from Fusion Gaming Online because they don't ship across the border.
I can't just save 5% on my stuff."
Yes, you can. Send it to old Uncle Brando. He'll open it and he'll send you the cards.
Yep, in a box.
And we'll make content out of it. We'll thank you on air if he remembers your nickname, which he probably actually will because you're pretty good with nicknames.
I'm pretty good with nicknames.
Yeah.
Way better than with real names.
We can work that out and it'll be a ton of fun.
Meat Thwomp. See? I remembered it.
Yeah. Maybe the Deech or the Dooch will send you.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, those are classics.
Those are names
classics,
I remember.
Classics.
See.
Final piece of business. Sorry, I'm cramming it all in. The CCO summer line is underway. We've got the hats. We've got the classic CCO hats, which should be available always. But we've got the summer hats with the prints and the tigers and there's.
Are they the hats that I like this time?
No.
God damn it.
They're the hats that everybody else likes. And I want to pair the summer print hats with some form of CCO summer merch. And I'm making it a point to say the summer merch because people keep asking about jackets and sweaters and jean jackets and toques. That's the CCO winter line. It's going to be coming out in the fall. Please be patient.
Yeah, summer.
Summer is now. So we're going to find like maybe a funky colored shirt to go along with the cool hats. And
flip-flops.
CCO flip-flops.
Is that a thing? We probably couldn't do that, eh?
We probably could. Come on. It's 2023.
Yeah,
Future is now. Put CCO on your feet. We'll get the ones with the bottle openers on the bottom.
Are those a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Neat.
It's all underway. It's all coming. It'll all be on the website, most likely right immediately after Minneapolis, which is when all that stuff will be done, and I'll have time to put it on the website and in time for summer.
And it's at that point, and that point only, that we'll be planning Vegas.
I had somebody come to me and say, "Hey, I know I'm breaking the rule, but hey, do you something Vegas?"
Somebody said that to me, and you know what I did? I broke my own rule and broke their face.
Oh.
Figuratively, of course.
Yes.
Physical violence is never the answer.
No. Unless
like it's a ninja fight.
Well, I was going to say unless the Phyrexians are marching into your into your plane.
And they don't have toxic anymore for some reason.
Oh, maybe that's like just on their turf. Maybe that's like our home field advantage.
They're only poisonous when they're at home.
Yeah, we have poison at home. Poison at home is
Toxic.
not poison. Oh, good meme. Good meme. Okay, so should we start?
Yes.
I've got a couple things here.
We have 1,000 cards to get through. We've got like 2 or 3 new abilities that'll be immediately forgotten once this set is done.
Yes.
But we should talk about them for now.
Yes.
And we got some cards that we wanted to touch on as well.
Well, this is what I thought. We've got the Multiverse Legends, the Masters of the Universe, if you will.
Yeah, we do. It's so cool.
We've got the new and reprinted Legends, some of which we might talk about if they were very deserved of a reprint. We've got the new showcase frames, some of which we've never seen before.
Which are very neat.
And you know about like the different kinds of foiling and where to find it and stuff, right? So
Yes,
you're the booster pack guy.
I do.
You got to do like a BBO of CCO that just breaks it down.
Where I just explain things?
Just explain things as best you can. We'll get Tyler or somebody to put the graphic up on the screen, and like every time you get one right, we'll put a check mark beside it. And just it'll be wrong.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So and then we've got the new abilities or mechanics that might appear on some of the commanders, but
They might not even.
let's go through them quick because next week when we do the set proper, again we might maybe.
Okay.
And some of the legendary creatures have a battle on the front.
Yeah.
And they're a legend on the back.
Yeah, good. So they go in the 99.
Oh, that was the question.
Yeah.
Would you rule 0 that in?
No.
No?
No.
I would listen to somebody saying, "Hey, I've got a battle on the front. It's a commander on the back. They're my commander."
Yeah, make the argument to me, but like, no.
No, just straight up. I would at least listen.
Yeah, I'll always listen, and usually it's fine because most people are just trying to like play a neat deck or whatever, which is fine. But like, no,
I think 2 things.
just play the.
Just play a regular
God,
commander.
there's thousands of them. Just pick one.
But it's the new hotness.
It's not. It's gonna be the forgotten hotness in 5 months, and then you're gonna take it apart, and you're never gonna play it again.
Lol, 5 months. You're giving it way too much credit.
Well, there might be more battles to come out. You see.
Oh yeah,
before
you
they
make
immediately
battle.deck.
forget about this. Yeah, like,
Battle.deck. Well, I think
it's a deck battle. I get that.
I think kind of the same thing. Just pick a commander because the legendary creatures on the backs of battles, I don't think that any of those legends are build-aroundable enough.
Yeah.
They're not good enough as commanders. But a battle is a new thing. It's card printed sideways. We'll talk about that next week. Talk about it
I
next
got lots
week.
to say.
And it comes into play with like
Defense counters.
counters. I was thinking like hit point counters. What is it? Defense counters, and you attack them like a planeswalker.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They gain your opponent some virtual life, right? But we get an effect when they ETB, like search for a creature or get 2 lands, or your guys get +1/+1.
Yeah.
And then when you defeat the battle, you siege.
Are you winning the battle or are you winning the siege? Like what? Who is sieging? What is?
I'm sieging you when I put a battle on your battlefield.
Don't tell me what plane I live on. You don't know if I'm on Ikoria.
And then they flip over into something, right?
Yeah.
So this is a thing that we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more next week. I just wanted to bring up the commander bit there.
Yeah, we'll talk about them next week. But they exist.
We've got the return of Convoke.
Neat.
This is good because Convoke lets you cast stuff for free.
Yes.
And
at the cost of dudes.
At the cost of dudes. Don't
the cost of them.
Don't Google that?
No, they could Google that one. I think that's fine.
Okay. I like that we're getting like removal spells and stuff that have Convoke because you could just tap a bunch of guys and like gank somebody for free.
Yeah, it's a gang beating.
Ah.
Which is a card that doesn't have Convoke, but there is a card called Gang Beating.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Okay. What is this one?
That's a battle.
Oh, yeah, that's Invasion of Ikoria. Flips over to Marchesa, Resolute Monarch. Sure. I'm not even going to read it.
Yeah, don't even care.
We've got transforming cards. Of course we do because we've got battles, so they're just like maximizing their double-faced printing.
Then there's the transforming Praetors.
Yeah, that we talked about last week.
So
we got some Jin and
cycle of them. All very good. I'm a little sad that Urabrask is one that I really like. It's a great card, but I'm never going to play it. Therefore, 5 out of 10.
Ah, We've got backup. Do you even know what this one is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me read it. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. And backup 1 means you do that 1 time. Backup 2 means you do that 2 times to 2 different creatures.
Yeah.
3. And then they gain some ability that's on the card.
Like first strike, lifelink. Whenever this creature
Yes.
attacks, you draw a card, whatever.
Boonbringer Valkyrie is the one I'm looking at, so Joe can have it on the screen.
Boombringer.
Boonbringer.
She farts.
Yeah, so she's going to like put a +1/+1 counter on something, and it's going to gain flying, first strike, and lifelink until end of turn.
Neat.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit limited-y, but you're going to see it on like Phyrexian. No, you're not going to see it on Phyrexian. You're going to see it on Angels, or you're going to see it on some tribe that you might want to include in your deck.
Maybe.
Right? Maybe you'll see it on Commanders, sure.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that you're going to like this time next year. Yeah, it's got backup.
And you're
What
like,
the
huh?
What?
It's like
Why?
Support.
Yeah.
I don't know what support does. I even have a card in my deck that plays support.
It's got support and learn and tutor and all the other things.
What's another one?
Bolster,
Yeah,
right?
there's one.
Like
There's one.
Any ability.
They all have to deal with kind of attacking and kind of putting a +1 on something. I don't know. It's like everything's kicker.
Get
Everything's
out of
bolster.
here. Yeah, just get out of here with that.
Incubate. This
Yeah.
is kind of cool. It makes like a 0/0, and then the token has transform, and then the token flips over and it has some number of +1/+1
You got
counters on it.
This
Another limited one.
I don't like complicated tokens. I don't like complicated tokens. Like there's the first one. The first one I remember is the dragon with devour.
Yeah.
Remember or like the XX dinosaur with trample. Like you can't just use one token to represent.
Yeah.
This is my sapperlings. This is my goblins. Like this is my 4/4 dinosaur pile. And these are my dragon eggs, but these are my fire-breathing dragon eggs that have hatched into fire-breathing dragons so that they attack and they have flying. And this fractal's a 10/10, and this fractal's a 1/1, and this fractal's a 2/2. I have no patience for that shit. And here's another example of it. And this one also has transforms. You have tokens with counters that transform. Damn it.
I like my tokens to be idiots.
Yeah, like just make them stupid.
I was waiting to say
I
it.
want a 3/3 token. Like in what was
I
the last
want a
set?
goblin that's going to jump off a cliff when I say jump.
Yes, that's what I want.
I need red mana. Wah!
Exactly. But they're cool, it's neat, and some of the cards that make them are actually really cool, but knock it off. The tokens don't need to be complicated.
Let's flip over to cards and see if we see any commanders that have incubate, bolster, support, butt sex, whatever it is. Let's see if they have it.
Sure thing. Okay, so Ryan and I both have the new legends in front of us. Should we start with where do you want to start, actually?
Well,
because we're not going to talk about all of them.
No, there's 48 new ones. If we filter back in reprints and or reskins in new or first-time showcase arts, there's like 150 of them or 136 or something. So I've got 5 or 6 that I liked or that I was interested in for one reason or another.
Sure.
And those are the ones that I was going to talk about. And I think that you have a couple that you also feel the same about.
There are a few that I'm curious about overall, and I think we're going to talk about this more next week.
Yep.
When I was looking at this set overall, the lore I was really excited until they ended the story because I thought the ending was a little flat. And I was really pumped and really into all this whole thing, everything they were doing. But looking at the actual mechanical game pieces that are coming out, I'm way more excited for the Masters of the Universe than anything that's coming out in the actual set.
The reprinters.
The cool reprints and the neat frames and stuff.
That's such a funny thing. That's such a funny thing that Magic players get more excited about reprints than new cards.
Yep.
Hey, just so we can get a card on the screen for Joe and for the YouTube watchers, who's your guy that you want to talk about? The first reprint that you want to talk about?
The first reprint I want to talk about?
I know that we said we're going to start with new cards, but if you're more excited about reprints, who's the first one?
First, Hirobi Death's Whale.
Oh.
I was so excited. At first I thought it was like a fan-made one that somebody had just like put on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like, this can't be real. There's no way. There's no way they're reprinting Hirobi with sweet art after they did him dirty with that crappy rat card. No way they're just going to bring my boy back, and they did.
And this is Hirobi new art, the stylized Kamigawa Neon Dynasty art, alongside the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty showcase frame, the neon
so
frame.
cool.
It's going to look fantastic in foil.
I'm very excited for this. I might even put Hirobi back together just so that I can play it.
Getting the boys.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see that card get reprinted. I love it, and everybody who's heard like the early episodes of Commander Cookout, you suffered through some of those. You know how much I love Hirobi. He's one of my top 5 commanders all time.
Whoa!
One of my top 5 favorite Magic cards to play and build around. And he's back for a new generation of Magic player to look at him and go, "What the hell is that?" And then somebody else to build him, and they go, "Oh,
This isn't even Magic anymore."
Exactly. It's so fun. I'm really excited that he's getting the spotlight the way that he finally should be.
Okay, good. We're going to do an Brando excitement sandwich.
Ooh.
So we're going to go to the new cards now, and then we'll come back to the reprints, the Multiverse Masters.
Masters of the Universe. I like how you said that. I like
Masters
that.
of the Universe, but some people aren't going to know. Those are the Multiverse Legend printings.
Yes,
the 3-letter code is MUL.
Masters of the Multiverse. Oh, I like
that what it is?
Well, that's what I'm calling them now.
I'm going to be confused as to what it's actually really called by the end of the show.
Good. Good. You and everyone else.
I've got a guy here.
Tell
it's
me.
actually 2 guys. Most of my commanders that I'm excited about are buddy cop team-ups.
Probably.
And you know I like a buddy cop team-up.
I know you do.
Bobo and Fibblethip.
I knew that you were going to be into this one.
Bobo and Fibblethip is Teamer and 2, so I see Teamer and I'm already like, ooh, I'm listening. That's like, hey, skip your draw phase. Hey,
Ooh,
what's
I like-
going on here?
yeah.
Discard your hand.
Are you kidding me? Is that all the card says? Because I'm into it.
Yeah. Okay. Teamer and 2 for a Cyclops Homunculus.
Sure.
Which is oddly, that's kind of weird because, like, a Homunculus has 1 eye and a Cyclops has 1 eye.
Well, the Homunculus is a...
And what's the coin flip deck? Okum and
Zindersplit.
Zindersplit and Okum.
Yep.
Cyclops and Homunculus, right?
Oh, look at
They
that.
must just like gravitate to each other.
Maybe.
They do that thing, where you point to your eyes and then they point to then you point to the other person with your 2 fingers.
Right, except they just use one finger. They use the middle finger?
Yes, they do it with 1 finger,
Yeah.
and they do it like the CCO way, like the
CCO salute?
Yeah, I see you. So Bobo and Fibblethip, Teamer 2, 6/5, Cyclops Homunculus. Whenever Bobo and Fibblethip enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card.
Ooh.
So he ETBs, draws a card. Cool. Then you may discard any number of land cards. Gank your whole hand. Now I'm really
Now
listening.
you're interested.
When you discard 1 or more land cards this way, Bobo and Fibblethip deals twice that much damage to target creature. And you can go blue 1, put Bobo and Fibblethip into owner's library 3rd from the top. So he kind of saves himself.
Sure.
And if you're playing a lands deck, you could
get back into him pretty simply, I think.
Yeah, you ETBs and you put all of the cards in your hand down. Like, I'm thinking in my lands deck, if I play like, what's the card where you go through your deck and remove? It's draw cards until you draw a non-land card. Treasure hunt. Treasure hunt.
It's Treasure Hunt.
In
yeah.
my lands deck, sometimes I just draw 10 cards with that, and then I cast Bobo and Fibblethip and put them all onto the battlefield.
No, they go into your bin, don't they?
Draw a card. Then you may discard any number of land cards this way. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, no, they don't go into play. They
There's
go into the
another
bin.
one that I'm excited about for my lands deck. So this one's fun. It's interesting. It's cool. There's going to be build around potential.
Yes, that is the case.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention on the flip creators. I talked about them a little bit earlier. There's Elish Norgin, Gitaxis, Shieldred,
Yep.
Vorinclex. I am going to try them in Atraxa, so I'm excited for them in that way, but I don't even really know what any of them do, except for Jin Gitaxis because we did a show on him.
Yep.
So I'm excited to play them if I get them.
Yep.
But I think it's just because they add to the theme of a deck I already play.
Yeah, that's
right?
fine.
Right?
That's
So,
good.
like,
And I'm very sure that the Praetors are going to be powerful.
Sometimes they are.
I'm pretty sure.
Sometimes they're okay.
If history has told me anything. Just real quick, Borborygmos and Fibblethip.
Okay.
Treasure hunt. Draw 20 lands.
Yes.
10 lands, because you're playing a deck that's got like 80 lands in it.
Yep.
Draw a card, then discard any number of land cards.
Yep.
I'm going to discard 10 lands.
Yep.
Take 20. That's how that works.
To a creature.
2 creature. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not near as good as you think he is.
You know who you run then?
Brash Taunter!
We did
Yeah, you see, we got there.
We did it.
Broke him wide open.
Okay, Borber Rigg Wilson Fibblethip, everybody.
Broke that son of a bitch open as hell. Do we like a Tolly Primal Conqueror?
That is one of my ones that is not a buddy cop team up that I do like.
7/7 for 7 with Trample, Elder Dinosaur. When it comes into play, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they reveal a non-land card. You can cast any number of those spells for free. So it improved Atali's once. Then, after you've paid your 7, you can pay 9 more in 2 life.
Or 10.
Or 10 if you have it, to flip him over into what is essentially a Blightsteel Colossus.
Yes. 11/11 trample indestructible when he Atali Primal Sickness now deals combat damage to a player. That player gets that many poison counters. It doesn't have infect, but
no,
you die.
Yes.
I do like that. The symmetry is off the hook. It's a 7/7 EDH, Elder Dinosaur Highlander.
Yep.
For 7, just like the dragons of old from Legends.
Yep.
So I like that. You can still play EDH even if Atali's your commander. And he flips over into a definite win condition where I don't even care about your spells anymore because, sometimes people don't like getting their spells taken.
Sure.
I'll just flip them and infect you.
I'll just kill
Wait a
you.
minute. I don't like that either.
People don't like that when that happens either.
Kill you. Oh, man. That's fantastic.
How do you feel about this other teamer guy here, this Gumball Gremmy Prodigy?
Gumball Grimmy Prodigy. I don't like him because he has nothing to do with vehicles. And he frickin' should. He frickin' should. I do have an Alenda and Azor on my list, though.
Okay.
This is 6/6 for 6 in Esper colors. What's going on with
That's
that,
kind of weird, yeah.
Flying in Ward 2. So it's like a 6/6 beater. That's hard to kill.
Dang.
Dang, hey?
Hard to block, hard to kill. And it says draw cards on it.
Well, of course, it's in Esper.
Of course it does.
Yeah, so when Alenda and Azor attacks, you may pay Esper and X. If you do, draw X cards.
Jeez.
So that's like quite a steep cost. Like you got to pay 4 to draw 1 card. But I'm hitting you for 6, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
At the beginning of each end step, you may pay 4 life. Okay. If you do, create a number of 1/1 black vampire knight creature tokens with lifelink equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's an army and that's a commander that will just win the game by itself.
That feels very in tune with my Alenda deck that wants to make the same vampire tokens, but now I'm getting access to blue, and instead of having Alenda die and then reanimating her from the graveyard instead of recasting her from the command zone, I just say, end my turn, pay 4 life, make 10 guys. Because I'll fill it with Stroke of Genius and Blue Sun Zenith and things of
Brainstorm.
that ilk. Brainstorm. Brainstorm is blue, pay 4 life, draw 3 cards, and
Make 3 guys.
make 4 guys.
4 guys.
4 guys because I draw a card on my turn.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's fine.
pretty good. I'll pay 4 life for 4 guys.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
No, you could probably pay.
Okay.
You could probably Google that one
Okay.
too.
Who's your next guy or guys?
Heliod the Sundawn or the Radiant Dawn?
Is he a flipper?
He is a flipper. So he's a 4/4 for 4. Enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand.
Sure.
And then you can pay Phyrexian blue and 3 to transform him. Activate only at sorcery speed, and he flips over into a 4/6. You may cast spells as though they had flash, and spells you cast cost 1 less for each card your opponents have drawn this turn.
Oh.
I think that's cool. I like the backside of that specifically because it's something different from what I usually play. And it I don't know, it might set me up to do some kind of neat stuff in a deck that traditionally, the one that I am going to play him in, is real slow. And having that pseudo haste of me being able to play my turn at the end of player 3's turn will, I think, make the deck better.
I like when they give you extra colors on the back too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, gotta play more white, which isn't as bad as it used to be, but come on.
But yeah,
Then you get access to blue on the back. It's like, hey,
it's pretty good.
What's going on here?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
I got one here.
Tell me.
Shalai and Halar.
Shalai and Halar.
Shalai and Halar. It sounds like I'm getting my car waxed. and or getting my other car waxed. I'm getting Shalide and Halard.
I was thinking like you get the car waxed and then you get the thing where they shine your tires up too, so your tires look all new and shit.
Angel Elf 3/3 Flying Vig for white, green, red 1.
Why not?
Sure. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put onto a creature you control, Shalai and Halar deals that much damage to target opponent. So you just need like some way to put counters onto things, and then damage that equals a counter, that equals a damage, that equals a counter. This is going to be a combo machine.
Yeah, that thing just goes infinite with lots of stuff.
I don't remember why though. I don't remember why. I'm just looking it up real quick to see what it goes infinite with, because I don't remember. It goes like, okay, Grumgully the Generous. Each other non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it.
That doesn't make it go infinite.
That doesn't make it go infinite, but that's putting a counter on something, and then it would deal a damage, right?
Yes.
And if I had like a Kitchen Finks,
Yes.
that would work.
And a sack engine, that'll do it.
Kitchen Finks and a sack engine, that'll work. There's got to be not 4-card combos, right? That work.
I'm sure there are. That's one of those cards that'll just accidentally. Oh, I'm building a deck that's based around what my commander does. Oh wait,
oops.
Get looped, bitches.
Yes,
is what that's gonna do.
That one's interesting. I just want to see which ways from Sunday it can be broken. It's kind of like Gave, where it's like you said, it just
accidental.
Yeah,
as you're just building a deck that's like just a solidly built deck, you're gonna find ways to just crack it open.
I guess for the nation, then, if we're air quotes reviewing it, if you see that, make sure you ask the question. Like, is it Shalai and Halar try to get it out on turn 2 or 3 and combo with it? Or is it Shalai and Halar, I like Shalai and Halar the characters, or it's like Naya, Angel, Tribal? Like, what is the deck, I guess, is ask the question, right?
What are we playing against,
Who's your next?
Okay, here's the one that I'm actually thinking about. Maybe I'll build this.
Oh, yeah?
I might build this.
Look at you.
Just because my current Rakdos deck gets a lot of hate.
I know who it is.
Gets a lot of hate.
What's your current Rakdos deck?
The Goad one.
Oh,
my Goad deck, Berloth Baratil Entertainer. He just gets...
Because nobody likes Golden. It takes away their agency, right?
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm playing an aggro deck. Well, then you can attack. Yeah, but I don't want to attack. What do you mean you don't want to attack?
Well, here's the thing. Kids, get your chip-ins. You always want to attack when there's openings. And if people are getting salty about losing 1 damage and want to make a Mimi like crackback because you attacked me for 2 earlier in the game, grow up.
Yeah.
Whoa, did I just drop a grow up on the show?
The CCO life lesson.
CCO up. That's like a grow up, but is CCO up.
Yes, I like that also.
Everybody got the joke?
We all get that.
I didn't need to explain it?
Nope.
Frick.
Got there. We're talking Rankle and Torbrand.
Oh, I love getting rankled and Torbranded.
I think we could call it Tyrankle Shanker, is what I'd call the deck.
Oh, man, I want to get some Tyrankles shanked.
Even though I can't play Ankle Shanker in the deck. But the point is, he's a 3/4 for red, black, 1, flying first strike haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, choose any number of the following 3 abilities. Each player gets a treasure token. Each player sacrifices a creature. If a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage +2 instead. And then you play extra combats. That's the deck I'm thinking.
Oh.
Because it makes my damage go up by 2 each time I attack.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool.
Yep. And it's Rakdos, attacky.
Yeah.
It's got your boy Torbrand in it.
Yeah, it's got Racky, attacky. I like Rankle, but I don't like original Rankle. He's a little bit... He's a little bit a lot, if you know what I mean.
He's extra.
Yeah, that's not the kind of game I like to play. Speaking from the guy that played Turgrid, right? Rankle's a
past
little much.
tense?
Yeah, I dismantled Turgrid.
No.
Yeah, I took her apart.
Wow, who are you?
I don't know. I just...
Man, talking about getting rankled, dankled, Torbranded, frickin'...
Yeah, had my fun. Turgrid, she went by the wayside. I made Gerard the Lion instead.
Oh.
It's a Golgari Super Friends deck.
Yeah, Golgari. Yeah. I know that one. I lost to that in Calgary. When we were in Calgary, guy was playing Mustache Tribal. And I lost to it.
What's the next card you're looking at?
Man, I was like getting my ranks danked and my... Hey, you can play Kiki Jeek. You get your Keeks Jeeked in that deck, too.
Sure could.
Sure could. You could play the... Is there any creatures that when they enter the battlefield, you get extra combat? that are in Rakdos colors, because I think Aurelia the War Leader does it, right?
She does give you extra. There's that dragon that gives you extra combats and stuff. There's lots of ways to do it.
Okay. Yargle and Maltani. That's my next one. Buddy Cop team up. I love cards that have only flavor text that deal 18 to my opponent. If I can go giant growth, you lose.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times you do that and have it be fun, but that number is at least one. Number is at least one, especially for me. If I can go like hatred, pay 3 life and win instead of having to pay like 20 into hatred.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
That's pretty good. If I can sacrifice a creature and have it deal or have target opponent lose life equal to his power.
Yep.
And get somebody who's like around 18, if not higher.
It's pretty good.
If I can berserk and kill an opponent and then black fling whatever card that is and get another opponent.
Consumption. Some kind of consumption.
Gooey black consumption.
I know the
That's
card.
the card.
There's a card that does
There's
it.
a card. If I can do any of those things, I kind of want to do them. And with that okay, it's called a Dutch angle or a sideways angle where the camera or the viewer is looking at the subject or the background of the subject at an angle.
Right.
Usually it's between 30 and 40 degrees like that is.
It's to make them look big.
And it's supposed to, sure, it can make it look big. It can tell you that like something's not quite right. But more than anything, it makes for awesome border extension altars. And that card is going to look good in borderless.
But then you won't have the fun quote from Yargle.
Oh no, I would leave all that. I would just like get rid of the frame.
Okay.
I'll get rid of the frame. I guess let us know in the comments what altars you want to see on the Facebook page, because I got cards on order.
Sick.
Just let me know which ones you want to see first, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your next guy? You got another one?
Last one.
Okay.
Last one I like. Slimefoot and Squee. I think we've talked about him actually.
Oh, that was one of the first ones to get previewed.
Yep. It's Jund for a 3/3. Comes in, you get a sap. You can play Jund in 1, sack him, and a sap. You can get him or them from your graveyard and another creature back to play. Like, it's just neat.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it in my Jund deck where all my bombs get killed so that I can get my bombs back.
Hey.
Right? Like, it's there. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually considering Slimefoot and Squee for my Saproling deck because I would drop white, which would lose me some Saproling and token support.
Sure.
But then I would get access to black, so my bombs could come back with the commander or reanimate, and black has some Saproling stuff too.
And red.
Thalids and Jund stuff from
Alara?
Yep. And because the deck is currently helmed by Jetmir, and he is just too much of a pounding for most people,
Yeah.
I would maybe consider Slimefoot and Squee.
Yeah. Anytime you have a Crater Hoof Behemoth in your command zone, it's a beating. And
Yep.
you hate to see that, but it is one of those things where it's like, I do what my deck does, and then I just kill you.
Yes.
It's
And that's like the Yargle thing. It's like, that's really cool, and I can deal, 400 damage one turn, but it only is cool until I've kind of done it and am, frankly, just a little bit sick of that play style or play line.
You're bored of it now.
Yeah, so make a switch and freshen things up, still play Saprolings.
Dig it.
Cool.
Okay, do you have any more before we flip over to... And yes, I'm aware there is a Thalia and a Gitrog. We talked about there's a Stax Frog.
Yep.
We talked about that before.
I might actually put that Thalia and Gitrog in my lands deck instead of regular Gitrog because it costs 4 instead of 6, and that's better for ad nauseum. And it still gives me the extra land drop.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I'm going to use it anywhere, but I will collect one because I think it's a really cool card. But was there any card that you actually wanted to talk about for playing purposes?
Yes, I have 2 more. I've got one more Buddy Cop team up, and then one battle that I actually think, like, there's a couple battles that I think are good, but there's one that I want to talk about in particular. The first one here is Zion and Dina, and this card's getting some attention. And I'll read it, and maybe you can parse as to why.
Okay.
3/4 human dryad for black, green, blue. Good colors.
Yep.
And them some good colors.
There's lots of good stuff there.
When you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Sure.
Sure, why not?
That's a fine ability to have because it's going to get guys. It kind of feels like
get your chip ins.
it gets a chip in. It kind of feels like card draw aristocrats. Because you'll play instant speed card draw on other people's turns, right?
Sure.
Also, tap, sacrifice another creature. Okay. Draw a card. If you put a land card from your hand, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 8 or more lands, repeat this process.
Once.
Sure.
Yes. So it has Simic, and then additional Simic, if you have Simicked hard enough.
Yes. What I'm interested in is sacrifice another creature. That creature in my lands deck could be Child of Alara, which gives me the opportunity to nuke the board.
Yeah.
Generally, I don't have a way to nuke the board unless I'm like Cabal pitting my own thing 3 times or unprofitably attacking somebody for commander damage and they block. Or I say, hey, do you want like the board to be sweeped? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, attack me with your 8/8. I'll block with my 6/6. Everything will die, right? But this gives me a sack outlet, which draws me a card and gives me a land twice.
Yes.
Which is pretty good.
And gains you some life.
Yeah. Gains me some life, which is great for ad nauseum.
Yep.
And I would try to cut something out of the deck that costs more than 3, of course, which would, again, lower my average CMC. Again, better for ad nauseum.
Agreed.
So I like that one. Again, that's going to be a sick altar.
Zimornadinas. Cool, yes.
Yep. I got one more.
What was... Oh, yeah, the battle.
The battle. This is Invasion of Ikoria.
Oh, yeah.
This is a cool one. I'm gonna crane my head sideways here though. So
yeah, because
So Invasion of Ikoria, green X. It enters the battlefield. What do you call them? Siege counters?
Defense counters.
Defense counters. Got 6 of them.
Ooh.
6. So I got to deal 6 damage to this before I've defeated the battle, and it flips.
So you have to attack your own permanent for 6 damage instead of your opponent, and your other opponents are not going to help you.
Probably not. You could deal direct damage to it.
If the thing can target a battle?
Yes. The battle is a permanent, so any permanent targeting thing will get it. Like a lightning bolt will get it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. When Invasion of Ikoria enters the battlefield, search your library for or graveyard, that's why it's good, for a non-human creature card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle.
Neat.
So I get to search for anything X or less and put it on to the battlefield.
It's Green Sun's whatever.
It's
Zenith or Dawning or...
Green Sun Zenith.
What's the other one? There's a new one.
Green Sun's Twilight.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So this will go green X equals 0, finds you a Dryad Arbor, just like the classic play that Green Sun Zenith will do. Or green 3, get me... whatever, Mana Dork, Eternal Witness to get some non-creature thing back.
Sure.
Right? Because it goes right onto the battlefield.
Yep.
Combo piece, it's a tutor, right?
It does all the things that all the Green Suns things do.
But just wait, there's more. Once you deal 6 damage to it, it flips over into a big-ass 8/8 Zilortha, Apex of Ikoria.
Ooh.
I take Zilortha for my depression. Reach. For each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Super trample.
Which is pretty cool.
For your whole team?
Yep. Well, as long as they're not humans.
How do I search for something? They won't be humans. In the deck, they just won't be.
Yeah.
Because I can't tutor for a human anyways.
And you're playing green.
Yeah.
So
how do I search for something that's immediately going to do 6 to this and then have it immediately flip and then swing in for super trample? There's got to be a way, right?
Well,
is there any card that just like a creature that ETBs and does Bogarden Hellkite count? Because that deals 5.
And well, I mean, you could use what's the Vampire Hex Mage?
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, like, just have a Vampire Hex Mage and just get it, right? Like,
yes, I'm gonna go green 2. What is it called? Invasion of Ikoria.
Yeah.
Frick, I think I threw a rib out there. Jesus Christ, I laughed hard. Get my Hex Mage. Flip my guy. You die.
Yeah.
Super trample.
Die. Yeah.
Oh man, that gives me a reason to switch out Jetmir and to frickin' play Slimefoot and what's his name?
Squee
and Slimefoot. So I can play black, so I can play Vampire Hexmage, so I can play Invasion of Ikoria.
Also, that card, Zalortha, does have some very, I think, poignant no less, flavor text on it.
Oh, give it a read. See if the flavor text matches the art.
Phyrexia's largest Goliath stormed Ikoria, ready to challenge the world's great monsters. Zalortha was unimpressed.
And there's a little guy, like a little Phyrexian guy, just about to get stomped.
Yeah, like, and not even stomped on purpose. Like, just stomped because he was there.
Oh,
and Zalortha's walking around. Like, that's awesome.
Oh, man. The inconsequential and accidental stomp.
Yeah, stomp of a savage intergalactic war machine. Like,
Oh, man. Fantastic.
Multiverse Legends, Ryan.
Okay.
Multiverse Legends.
How do we... give me some tech here.
Oh.
How do we get these?
Okay.
Where do we find them? How often do we find them?
Each and every pack of Magic the Gathering cards from March of the Machines will have at least one.
That is draft, set, and collecty?
Yes, there will be at least one of these cards of some rarity in each one. That doesn't mean you can get 2 rares in a draft pack.
Sure.
You're going to get... It'll just take the place of whatever. In collector boosters, you have a chance to get upwards of 3 of them.
Yep.
Of differing rarities.
They are uncommon, rare, and mythic.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want foils of the showcase frame, I believe you can get regular foils of them in any pack that you open.
In the slot that they exist in, they could be a foil version of that card.
Yes.
The foil version doesn't exist in a different slot, like in the foil slot?
Or it would be in the foil slot.
Okay, it might be in the foil slot. That makes more sense. So you could get 2.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
Yes, hypothetically you could.
Okay.
If you want the etched foil original art ones, I don't know why anybody would want that. Those are in collector boosters.
You don't. Etched foil looks terrible, and I think everybody can agree. And when you go to retail sites, almost unanimously, etched foils are worth the same as non-foils and typically less than regular or any other foil type printing.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, with this one, only in collector packs, you can get they're called Halo foils, which is essentially the from, if you remember the From the Vaults, where the things were they were so damn shiny.
Those are the ones, if you grind them up, you can snort them?
Yes.
You can sell them in New Capenna?
That's right.
Okay.
And they will help you beat back the Phyrexian invasion. But you can get those in collector packs as well. So these are coming out in several versions.
Halo foil. Anybody familiar with the From the Vault foiling system?
It curls like hell, but it looks so nice.
Remember we were talking about that?
Well, some of them do.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the ones that I have are...
Okay. Well, how is that any different than any other foil?
We're not talking Commander Legends, but we're talking some curl. There's some curl there.
You know what my worst curling cards ever is Innistrad Midnight Hunt and Innistrad Crimson Vow and Forgotten Realms.
Oh.
Commander decks.
Huh.
Like I have a Prosper. Dude, the long edges almost touch.
Wow.
It looks like Chris Von Doom would smoke it. Like that's how frickin' curled it is.
And he might.
Yeah.
And Von Doom is a crazy guy.
Yeah.
So that's where you can find these cards. You can open them. They'll be around. You're going to be able to find them. And hopefully they're going to bring down the money, the monetary value of some of these, in some cases, stapley cards.
Yeah.
That you can then save even more money on with CCO Slam promo code at FusionGamingOnline.com.
Oh, yeah. And if you're going to spend more than $100, you could use CCO Perks promo code and get 10% store credit kickback. One-time use only, though, so make sure you make it count. Maybe you get some singles. Maybe you get a booster box. You send it to Uncle Brando's house, and he does the Brando box opening on the CCO YTC and then sends you the cards.
Yeah.
Good deal for everybody.
Everybody works
Everybody saves money. Brando gets content, and it's a good time.
And everybody gets to laugh.
Oh, yeah. We'll be laughing at you. So which ones are expensive that you were talking about? There's a Ragavan.
Ragavan was expensive.
And he gets the Kaladesh Masterpiece frame treatment.
That's going to be cool. Again, pre-ordering for a ridiculous amount of money.
And the Masterpiece frame treatment in Halo foil is going to look very much like the OG masterpieces from 2016 or 18 or whatever they were from.
I'll bet you more people are familiar with that than From the Vault. Yes, that's what a Halo foil will probably look like.
Okay.
Is your original Masterpiece thing. And you're going to be able to get the original Masterpiece thing on Ragavan, and it barely looks like a Magic card, so I'd very much like to get one of those for Norrin.
Yep. Other notables include Skithiryx the Blight Dragon, Elish Norn Grand Cenobite, Shieldred the Whispering one is a like $20 card.
OG Jin-Gitaxias, OG
Yep.
Vorinclex, all not huge money, but now less money.
Yes.
And all printed in really cool, like the Predators are all the neat not oil slick, but the, what do you call that? The ink blot kind of
ones.
stuff.
Yeah. Those are the ones you said you're excited about. Hirobi. This is the Brando excitement sandwich. This is the bottom or the top of the bread.
They just mentioned Hirobi again. Yeah, we're talking again.
Yeah. Hirobi.
Just looking at him. Yeah.
I'm excited for the ink blot Praetors because and Skithiryx because and I know they're not everybody's thing, but I love doing colorized versions of those.
Yeah.
And I actually play. How many am I playing right now? I play at least one of them that I colorized, and I was like, yeah, I'm just keeping this. I'm literally just keeping this. And I don't do that very often, right?
No, you don't.
I
Yeah.
I like people to have my pieces, and I kept one.
Let me hit you with this one. This is something that I noticed and I'm thinking about. You have some of them like Finn the Fangbearer. It came out, like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Yeah.
In this showcase frame.
2020?
This already exists. This exact card exists in this exact frame. So does Renata. So does Rata, like shitty Rata.
So does Egor, the giant guy.
Flame,
the freezing flame, yeah.
I'm just, why? Why do you, I understand why you reprint some of, like, sure, but like, why would you pick ones that already exist?
Finn the Fangbearer, I think, goes with the Phyrexian thing because he does the poison thing.
Sure.
So maybe they wanted him in like the same standard environment. Maybe.
Are these standard legal? Those not standard legal.
And maybe they're not standard legal. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought that he would resonate with people who didn't play during Kaldheim because he does the poison thing and it fits in with All Will Be One. Like, or decks that play poison or infect from All Will Be One.
Maybe.
He does fit there.
Yeah.
Like you could say, oh yeah, I play Finn the Fangbearer in my infect deck or my toxic deck, and nobody would say, no it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Because it frickin' does.
If your dudes have Death Touch, they're doing the job. Yeah.
But what's interesting is I have a couple things that I find really interesting about this is they exist on their own sheet, right? These multiverse legends or whatever are their own print sheet, and they get cut and randomly inserted into packs. And there's several different kinds of foil.
Yep.
But ones that already have foil don't come in every foil type.
Right.
And then, if that's not confusing enough, you've got ones like Goreclaw Terror of Calcisma, originally from Khan's block, that never had a showcase border because those didn't exist.
So they
back
create
then.
one, yeah.
So this one doesn't have a regular foil, but it's got the other foils because it didn't have showcase treatment before.
Right.
So it all seems like confusing and complainy, but what I love is they put them everywhere into every kind of pack.
You're going to get these.
You're gonna get these. And you might not get Halo Frame Regavan in every freaking pack or like Halo Frame Vorinclex Inkblot. You're not gonna get that. But you're gonna see these.
Some of these are neat. I think people are going to be really maybe you're going to be around me. Maybe you're going to be around Brando. And you're going to... I'm so excited to even say this. They have done Brutaclad.
Yep.
I don't care that he's $1. I love this specific, the 2-color ink blot cards. I love how they do that with just the sparse little color in there. I like this art. I like this treatment. I am sad that Brutaclad turns out to be a bad guy because all my favorite commanders are bad guys.
Well, you like bad guys, though.
Sometimes, but sometimes it's nice to be the hero. And I thought Brutaclad could do that. But it turns out he can't because he's a bad guy. But this card is beautiful, and I'm very happy that I'm going to be able to get one.
Yep, very much so. You know what I think my favorite one is? I love the ink blot ones. I think that I love the Ravnica treatment because Ravnica didn't really have, like they had the stained glass walkers.
Yeah.
But look at Jury and Judith and Aurelia the War Leader. Those all look fantastic.
They got like the city spires on the side and stuff.
Yeah, and they kind of delegated stained glass to Dominaria,
Which, as you should.
which they should, and they kind of were like, oh, this makes more sense in Dominaria than in Ravnica, even though we invented it for Ravnica.
Yeah.
But Ravnica's its own thing now. It looks like high fantasy city type thing, which makes sense for that. I think I know the one you're most excited about, though.
Let's everybody just shut the fuck up for a second.
Uh-oh.
Because we're doing all 10 of the companions in that comic book art.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Those look good.
Every one of them is cool. My favorite art in the whole set, maybe for a long time in the future, is going to be Umori the Collector.
Oh.
Where it's got this weird ooze guy with all the crystals sticking out of him, and he's got his little tentacle, and the guy's giving him a crystal that he can put on his back, and he's got his little face. I love everything about those.
You know what? I was like, Umori's good, but Yorion's good. And then I saw like Zerda. And then I'm like, wait a second. No. Gigantha's the best one.
They're all so good.
All good.
Oh,
They're
love
all
them.
good. And then if you scroll back down, then I saw Teysa Karlov, and I went back to Ravnica, and I'm like, oh wait, that actually looks really
That's
freaking
cool
good.
too, right?
Like damn it. How can I be the most excited about frickin' reprints?
Right? And the reprints are the
Brando's got so much going on right now that like things are just flying out of him.
Emote Celebrant of Bounty.
Uh-oh.
I am not sad that it got a reprint, because
I
you
play
play
that
this
card,
card, and you like that card. Here's what gets me.
Uh-oh.
I was so excited they were going to reprint the Invocation frame.
From
Hour of
Amonkhet.
Devastation and Amonkhet.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of the few people who actually actively enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I actively seek those cards out because I think they look really cool. It's one of my favorite, like, extended super treatments all time still.
These are the ones that look like Egyptian ruins and temples.
Yeah, and they're like Egyptian god cards, and nobody can read them, and all this stuff.
So why don't you like this one?
All super valid criticism.
Yeah.
But for this one, they wrecked it by changing it to look like a regular card.
They did.
They took all of the stuff that
They
made
did.
it special and neat, and it just, the aesthetic is gone now. Now it's just a kind of ugly frame with regular stuff on it. Like it. What I liked about it before, it was a whole package. Yes, it was hard to read. Yeah, all of those criticisms are 100% valid. But they still looked really cool and unique, and they were a conversation piece every time, even if it was just a meme on them.
Yeah.
And now it's not.
They had text, like the name line was mixed in with like Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yep.
And
They were center oriented.
the text was center justified, and there was no reminder text on any of them.
Yep.
And I get doing Cascade reminder text on like a special printing because it doesn't exist in the same set with Cascade.
Yeah.
But it's also a special printing. They don't print reminder text on rares and mythics.
Yeah.
Why do they need it on a special printing? Which, like, you might open Emote, this version of Emote, less than any other rare in the set that doesn't have reminder text. I didn't understand why it looked different in my head until you said that they changed it, but it's not center justified. There's no hieroglyphs, and there's reminder text.
Yep.
So,
and the bottom
I
they
can-
changed as well. They added that like bottom black line where before even that, where like the artist name and card number and stuff, even those used to be part of the frame.
oh yeah,
And now that it's set apart. Like it's not the damn same. And it's not I hate change. This I don't mind change. I don't like bad change. And this is bad.
because it doesn't match.
Just go with it. Just do it. It's two
technically-
cards. Go all in
technically
on two cards.
Technically, the change is good because it makes it easier to communicate what the card does at a glance and by reading it. But it's different than the rest of the set.
And I don't want to hear any of this, well, nobody can read them, because they print cards in Phyrexian.
Yes.
Okay, they don't care if you can read the special printings of cards.
Scryfall.com, everybody. What's the other invocation art?
The other invocation is from the main set. It's Heliod and Dijuru. Hazaret and Dijuru.
Oh.
Because some of these cards in the main set, they also come in Ink Blot and Invocation.
Oh,
and,
depending on where they're from, who they are.
Yeah, there's the Atali one that's got the coins on both sides and stuff.
Like the Aztec coins. Hey, just real quick. Khans of Tarkir, Ravnica, and Ixalan are the 3 that are getting first time ever showcase treatments.
And they're neat.
Yeah.
I think that they're very cool. Yep. And since we're going back to Ikoria, it's going to be neat when, like, I hope.
No, Ixalan.
Ixalan, sorry. Ixalan's going to be one where I hope that when they go back to Ixalan later this year, I hope that they keep doing the
dinosaurs
coin thing.
in trains.
Well, that too. Yes. Okay. That also. Yes. Dinosaurs on trains. But also with the coin thing. I hope that they keep the showcase frame.
I like that. Those coins look like kind of like Aztec calendars, or you put the coin in and it like automatically turns and the temple door opens.
Yeah.
Or spikes come down or a trapdoor.
Oh, see, I'm all excited again.
Yeah, see?
I want that.
Yeah,
I want that. I want
Yep.
that to be a thing that they put in the game somehow. I want there to be an actual coin that goes in an actual lock and you can turn it and it does an actual thing. That's what I want.
Put this card on top of another card and then turn it slowly.
Oh, yeah.
And you flip it and it's a trap card.
Oh, yeah.
But then you got to say Yu-Gi-Oh stuff like, I activate my trap card.
I'll do it.
I'll Yu-Gi-Oh the crap out of it. I'm already playing Invocations.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I like those so much. I play Boil because I have one.
Yep.
And why do you play Boil?
Well, to destroy all islands.
Well, yeah, but
it's pretty good.
I don't play against very many islands.
Yeah, you know what the island player is going to do? Counter spell.
Yeah, right?
Shit. Okay, I'm going to end the note. I'm going to end the show on a little bit of a high note.
Do it.
Brando is very excited about this set because there's a lot of different treatments and foil options, and we can all be excited because on the Brando box openings on the CCO YouTube channel, there's a high likelihood that he's going to get pounded and destroyed, except when you go to fusiongamingonline.com and use CCO Slam to order a box that he opens. If it's your box, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, you want Ragavans? I can't open Ragavans. I've done it before.
There you go.
I've done it.
You will get a recommend. And at CCO Brando on Twitter, or tag him or like whatever in the Discord to get in contact with him and set it up, because I think the pack openings are good and people like those and they're fun. But to do it for somebody and either congratulate them or apologize to your actual friends that are sending you cards to open, I think that's really special and would love to feature that on the channel.
I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would look forward to doing it. So if you want to do it, get at me and we'll do it up. Big thanks to Fusion Gaming for all of that stuff.
Yep.
Big thanks to you guys for listening. Remember CCO Slam and all that stuff. Check out Commander Cookout on Instagram.
There it is. You can win stuff if you become a follower.
Like, share, follow, subscribe there. Also on our Twitter handles, we'll get you entered in to win a doodled up playmat and some sleeves and a bag and a bunch of stuff that's going to be sweet, because we like to give stuff away to give back to you, our fans, because we like you very much. We're going to take a few days off, and we're going to be back next week with the rest of March of the Machines on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!